Listen to me, because this right here might be the last wake-up call you ever need. Control your mind. You know why your life's a mess? Because your mind is undisciplined. It's been hijacked by distractions, by fear, by the same old toxic thoughts you let run wild every damn day. You think you're stressed? No, you're just addicted to overthinking, to worrying, to replaying scenarios that already destroyed you once. Your mind is the battlefield, and guess what? You've been losing. So what's the fix? Get violent with your excuses. When your mind says stay in bed, you stand up. When it says scroll, you read. When it says you can't, you roar back, watch me. Your mind, your mouth, and your money are either building your future or silently, brutally destroying it. And the scariest part, most people have no idea they're the ones lighting the match and setting fire to everything they say they want. You can't build anything when your own thoughts keep tearing it down. You can't grow when your mind is stuck on repeat. You can't level up when your self-talk keeps pulling you back down. And your mouth? It's even more dangerous. The words you speak are seeds. They either grow into strength or strangle your future. Every I can't you say becomes a cage. Every I'm not ready becomes a delay. Every complaint, every excuse, every negative word out of your mouth is a silent agreement with a life you hate. You keep saying things like I'm always broke and then wonder why money runs from you. You say people don't respect me and your confidence evaporates. You say it never works out and you manifest failure on a loop. Your words are commands, and your life is following orders. People think silence is weakness, but sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is shut your mouth when it wants to speak. Fear, doubt, and drama. You don't need to speak on everything. You don't need to explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You don't need to give energy to opinions that can't build your future. Your mouth should be your tool, not your trap. Every sentence should push you closer to who you're trying to become, not the one you're trying to escape. And then there's money, the one topic everyone wants to master, but nobody wants to get honest about. You don't have a money problem. You have a self-control problem. You have a vision problem. You treat it like a soldier. You treat it like a toy. You chase feelings instead of freedom. You buy clothes to look rich while your future self suffers in silence. You want wealth, but live like a gambler. You say you're broke, but you've never tracked your spending. You say you want freedom, but you're handcuffed to comfort. The truth is, most people are financially broke because they're mentally poor. They never learned how to sacrifice. They never learned how to delay gratification. They've mastered the art of wasting, but never the discipline of investing. They think discipline is punishment, when really it's protection. Every dollar you waste is a dream you delay. Every impulsive purchase is a distraction that detours you from your destiny. You don't need more money, you need more clarity. You need to stop chasing rich and start building wealth. And wealth doesn't come from income. It comes from intelligence, restraint, and strategy. When you control your money, you take back power. You stop being a slave to trends, to opinions, to moments of weakness. You start building something real. Something solid, something that outlives your temporary cravings. You don't just think long-term. You act like it. But here's the part nobody wants to say out loud. If your mind is messy, your mouth reckless, and your money unaccounted for, your life is not yours. It's a reaction, a constant loop of chaos you've mistaken for normal. You wake up anxious because you haven't built peace. You feel stuck because you haven't planted discipline. You can't grow because you don't even know what you're growing towards. This is not about becoming perfect. It's about becoming powerful. It's about grabbing your life by the throat and saying no more. No more lazy thinking. No more trash talk. No more reckless spending. You don't get to complain about the results you didn't get from the work you never did. You don't get to wish for greatness while feeding your mind garbage, spilling poison from your lips, and throwing your money into fires. Your future is watching you. Your destiny is waiting on you. And right now, your habits are telling it, I'm not ready. Control is not about being strict. It's about being free. You control your mind so it stops lying to you. You control your mouth so it stops weakening you. You control your money so it stops owning you. That's how you rise. That's how you shift from survival mode to savage mode, from broke to built, from stuck to unstoppable. You can have peace or you can have chaos. You can have excuses or you can have results. But you can't have both. Choose and then get to work. Discipline is the real superpower, and most people will never access it because they're too busy chasing motivation like it's some magic fuel. It's going to save their life. Let me tell you something that will snap you awake. Motivation is a liar. It shows up when it wants. Discipline shows up whether you feel like it or not. Motivation gives you a spark. Discipline builds the fire. And if you're depending on motivation to change your life, you'll be stuck exactly where you are a year from now, still waiting for the right moment that never comes. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it. Discipline is saying no when everything in you wants to say yes to what's easy, what's comfortable, what's familiar. Discipline is staring your distractions in the face and walking away anyway. It's waking up when your bed begs you to stay. It's shutting your mouth when your ego wants to scream. It's saving money when your emotions want to spend. Discipline is not sexy, it's not loud, it's not flashy, but it's the reason successful people win while the rest stay stuck. People fail not because they aren't talented, but because they are undisciplined. They don't lose to others, they lose to themselves, to their laziness, to their excuses, to their inability to delay gratification. They want to be strong, but they keep giving in to weakness. They want peace, but they entertain chaos. They want wealth, but they live like victims. And here's the raw truth. Life will not wait for you to get it together. It rewards the ones who move even when they're scared, even when they're tired, even when no one claps for them. Discipline makes you dangerous. Because when you stop waiting to feel good and start acting with purpose no matter what, you become unstoppable. You stop negotiating with comfort. You stop seeking permission. You stop playing small. You stop living like you've got time to waste. Most people live like tomorrow's guaranteed. Discipline lives like today is the only chance that matters, because it is. You don't need a perfect plan. You need a powerful habit. You don't need one move done every day without fail. Discipline is waking up and choosing the hard path again and again because you know comfort is the enemy of greatness. It's refusing to shrink just because it's easier. It's fighting the urge to quit when no one's watching. It's practicing the art of self-respect over and over through every decision you make. You don't respect yourself because of what you say. You respect yourself because of what you consistently do. Discipline teaches you to trust yourself. And when you trust yourself, you stop looking for approval. You stop asking for validation. You stop begging for someone to notice your effort. Discipline is the root of self-worth. It's how you prove to yourself that you can depend on you. It's not about having everything figured out. It's about showing up messy, tired, scared, and doing it anyway. It's about building consistency brick by brick until one day you look back and realize you became what you thought was impossible. Everyone wants results, but nobody wants the process. It's not pretty. It's not popular. It's not fun. But it's the only thing that separates dreams from delusion. Discipline doesn't scream, it whispers. It whispers one more rep when your body wants to stop. It whispers, keep going, when your emotions beg you to break. And those whispers, they're louder than motivation will ever be, because discipline builds character. It doesn't wait to be inspired. It creates momentum from nothing. It turns pain into power. It turns failure into fuel. It turns your life from something you complain about into something you command. You want to win? Then master your reactions. That's where discipline lives. In the pause before the impulse, in the breath before the decision, in the silence before the storm. Discipline doesn't mean you never feel temptation. It means you stop giving energy to things that steal from your future. It means you stop blaming your environment and start building your internal world so strong that nothing outside of you can break you. You think it's hard to be disciplined? Try living with regret. Try waking up 10 years from now in the exact same place, realizing you chose comfort over growth, that you chose scrolling over building, that you chose pleasure over purpose, that you chose excuses over execution. That's hard. That's pain. That's what most people settle for. Nobody is coming to hold your hand. Nobody is going to drag you to your goals. If you don't show up for your life, no one else will. And when the world tells you to slow down, discipline says speed up. When the crowd says you've done enough, discipline says we're just getting started. When the odds are stacked, discipline doesn't panic, it plans, it executes, it endures. Because at the end of the day, it's not about how you feel. It's about who you choose to be over and over and over again until you don't have to fake confidence, you become it. Until you don't have to search for purpose, you live it. Until you don't need motivation, you are the fire. That's discipline, that's power. And that's how everything changes.